Hello everybody, this is the top-down analysis for this week, and it's starting to get interesting here, looking at the euro dollar. So the euro dollar, well, you can see it here on the daily. The euro dollar has made a pullback, right into the moving average band. We've got a couple of small bars, so it is actually finding support here, right on the 21. It is finding support here on the 240 or on the 200 moving average. Well, there are stop run levels on the lower side. The 60-minute has already turned around. That looks nicely as it wants to roll over. Well, it's sitting here on the big number, the 118, which is another area of support. And as you might remember on the 5-minute chart, well, we had these couple of S1 patterns, right? Short patterns that actually show us that this might be an early intermediate downtrend. So these lines are level of resistance, and as long as these well, the third line from below is not broken higher, I've just to assume that this is an intermediate downtrend. Well, now currently we are battling, right? So this is an intermediate downtrend, but we're finding support here, and this here on the weekly. Well, the weekly is telling us that we should come back lower, and the same the monthly. So that's basically a battle with the weekly and monthly having a short bias, and as well the 60-minute, 15 and 5, and it looks to have some good long support on the 240 and the daily. I think this will break lower. Well, if it does, if the 21 cannot hold these small bars, which still looks pretty bullish, right? Well, if it cannot hold price activity, I think it will drop quickly, and we'll see. Currently, it's still sitting on support, but these are stop run levels, right? We might actually, well, we can draw here another arrow. So we've got a couple of stop run levels in a row, which is nice to get a quick move lower. So this here is basically setting up an S2 pattern, right? And well, 60-minute is an overall sideways. I don't want to trade it because there's in very close time frames there's strong support, right? So I'm not trading this, though I believe that it will go lower. I just don't have the confidence that this is going lower without getting stopped out. So there's still a battle going on. I'm just observing. I want to see. Well, this is a key level basically here on the 60-minute chart. If that gives away, then we might actually see things moving. So it's basically you need to look for the pieces of the puzzle, right? Let's have a look here at euro pound. So it's another euro pair, and that's an S1 pattern, right? It nicely finds here support at 21. But if an S1 pattern fails, it's kind of it's kind of a counter trend signal. So this has not triggered an entry yet. There's a big number, the 9,000 in the way. So this is another. That's another small hint for me that well, if it goes down and this is not going to trigger, then it might actually go down quite rapidly, and at least here meet the 8,000 on the weekly. It's interesting how things come together. It's not only the euro pair, so here the AUD US as well. Very similar picture, right? Prices come back to 21, find support, and we're basically here at a critical level too. Well, this one pound US on the weekly, we've made this up move. We've got a rejection bar, and it looks like it actually wants to come down. Still having support on the 21. So what we might see the next this week or the next couple of weeks is dollar strength coming into the market. Dollar strength and euro weakness. It's quite amazing how all these currency pairs here, US CAD, it's coming all together at the same point. So here on the weekly, it finds major support. We're kind of overextended from the moving average, this small bar. We might get a snapback. So dollar strength here again against a very strong bearish daily. Or here the Swiss against the yen. The Swiss has been strong against the yen, and it looks like wanting to roll over as well here. Or here's another example, odd cat. So the Australian dollar has been really strong against the cat, and it looks like it wants to roll over here as well. It finds resistance at the 200. You can see since the Corona crisis, since the Corona scare, it's a one-directional move. We might actually see since February that now something is going to happen. Like what has been strong, like Australian dollar, Swiss, or the euro, is now starting to get weaker. Well, maybe this is in line with the equity markets. We have seen a quick down move in the equity markets. We might actually see a second wave inflation, a second inflationary wave down. And we can see nicely how how something is happening here in the markets, and we can see it with all those currency pairs. Right, so this is basically the first currency I'm seeing that looks kind of normal. So here's an S1 pattern setting up, right? Very clear and very clear line. It's getting really here close. So if you get a breakout bar, we should get a touch of the 21, and what's in an established downtrend on the 240, and already has turned around. So that's already in an early downtrend here on the daily. So this is one I want to have an eye on. So today is Monday. It's Labor Day. It's a bank holiday in the US, an important one. So I'm not expecting big moves to happen. But anyway, with this current charting situation, I first want to see how this is getting resolved, right? So I want to see either a decisive move lower, or I want to see bull strength coming in. Thank you.